everybody, it's Chris from the Evermore Podcast, your Newcastle United podcast and the Evermore YouTube channel. We're back with another Rumour Has It video just to talk about players who've been linked to the club. This is a decent player here we're going to be talking about in a second. Can't stress this enough, it's not an ITK thing. We haven't got contacts in the club or somebody who's heard something that Eddie Howe had a chat with somebody in Costa Coffee about, he overheard it and decided to put it on Twitter. That's not our game at all. We just talk about speculation, either from the journalists or kind of through the social media platforms of players that have been linked, and we'll just give you our opinion on it and obviously get a bit of feedback from you guys as well, which we'd love you to say in the comments below. We always try our best to comment back, and have a bit of engagement with you too. A little bit of housekeeping before I get stuck in this play. If you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. We'd love you to come and join us on the channel. We're over 1,000 subs now. We really appreciate everyone who's jumped on board. There's a lot of Newcastle United content out there, and we're quite a new channel, quite a young channel, and we love the support and the kind words we've had so much from you guys. So yeah, just keep on doing that. We love that. And any new listeners who want to subscribe, yeah, you're more than welcome. We've got loads of content coming over the next few weeks until the season starts, in a matter of months, really. So let's get stuck into this player without further ado. As I mentioned, he's quite a big player. We're talking about Real Madrid's Marco Asensio, the 28 capped Spanish international, 26 years old, left winger, quality player, pace to burn, real attacking threat, hugs that left-hand side, as we can see there. And he's coming to the last 12 months of his contract at Real Madrid, so he could technically leave on a free. So Real Madrid are obviously in a position now where they either sell him or lose him for nothing. So there's a lot of clubs sniffing around, and reported Newcastle United are one of them. In terms of the Premier League, Liverpool apparently are sniffing around him too. Obviously, with Sadio Mane going to Bayern Munich as well, they'll be looking to replace him, whether it be with Asensio or whether it be with Jared Bowen. But they're going to be needing to replace those. And that work rate and that quality that Mane brings to the squad. So just looking at some of the stats that Asensio can bring for you, you can see there his goals. He played 31 times in a title-winning side, scored 10 goals, no assists though, which is an interesting one for a winger. So a bit ball greedy. I don't imagine Shearer would have liked playing with this guy. 8 Champions League appearances, 1 goal and 2 assists in the Champions League. So he fancied passing it there. And you can see there that's a big jump up from the season before. In 35 games, he only got 5 goals. So you can see he's really found his finishing touch. And that shows in Mark's stats there. He's in the 93 percentile of top wingers in the top European 5 leagues, or top 5 leagues in the world even, as you can see from Mark's statistics there. So his expected goals is really high. His shots on target is massively high. He's in the 93rd percentile, 48.6 of every shot he hits is on target. He hits some absolute screamers. He loves to cut inside and bend it in the top corner, which is something that we haven't had for a long time, to be brutally honest with you. Saint-Maximin, who Mark's put in the comparison radar there, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, if you can make it out. Saint-Maximin is much better at assists, as it shows you there, but in terms of goals, he's nowhere near. I think Maxi got about, was it 4 or 5 goals or something off the top of my head, if that. Whereas Asensio's got double there. So if we were to bring this lad in, he certainly would give you a lot more of a goal threat out wide, certainly than St. Max, and certainly than Miguel Almiron as well. In terms of his passes, you can see there's pass completions high as well. He's 81% of his passes are completed. He does get dispossessed quite highly as well, but his key passes are quite low. So I think where he does most of his work is he's really the guy that kind of makes those runs to finish things off, whether he wins free kicks or whether he smacks one in the back of the net. With them 10 goals, as you can see, he's a great return from a winger. But he's a very talented player. There's no question about that whatsoever. And I think we would be mad to turn our nose up at this player. I've seen some players really gauge some funny reactions from the Newcastle fan base at the minute. It's really important to remember that we've had Matt Ritchie and Dwight Gale for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever it is, from the Championship team, alongside John Joe Shelby, Isaac Hayden, who's moved to Norwich now. God bless him, good luck to him. Lascelles. There's a lot of players in this squad who just aren't good enough to take us to that next level. No nostalgia needs to be shown here. In all fairness, you need to better it. You need to level up in quality. We did that with Trippier. We did that with Target. We did that with Burn. We did that with Bruno. It's time to do that in other positions as well. So I think this lad would be an unbelievable addition to the squad. But as I mentioned there, we're up against some really big competition. From our country alone, in our league alone, obviously Arsenal play exciting stuff. With Asensio has got the Arteta link there as well, potentially. I know Arteta's really heavily linked to and heavily involved in the Spanish kind of national team as well, in terms of he's got contacts in the coaching element there as well. So he might be in his ear already. Liverpool coming to the table, that's massive. That if they're looking for a replacement for Mane, if they're willing to pay 43 million quid for this lad, and get him in. that could be a great addition to Klopp's squad as well. They can offer Champions League football, going for the title. You know, if they come in against us, they could potentially blow us out of the water. So it'd be interesting to see what Asensio fancies. I mean, Madrid rated him very highly. They gave him the number 11. They buried Gareth Bale, another player we did a Rumour has a video for, in favour of Asensio. And there's no doubt he's got quality. Absolutely no doubt at all. Real Madrid have obviously got the financial issues as well. They've had a big blow this summer with, not landing Haaland, not landing Mbappe. So do they really want to let this guy go? Do they want to maybe try and keep him on board and sign him on for a new contract? Is this his agent playing silly buggers, trying to get a better deal for Asensio? We'll have to wait and see what happens there, really. But in terms of the teams that are linked around the world, I think Milan and Juventus are linked as well. So there's some huge clubs in for this lad. But it'd be really interesting if he is up for the project at Newcastle United, because I think in a front three, of Callum Wilson, potentially, you've got a choice. If you have saint-maximin, you have Asensio, can they both play in the same front three? If you get Diaby and an Asensio, if you have Wilson, Asensio, and Diaby, what a hell of a front three that is. Pace, quality, goals. The one thing that probably upset the apple cart with Asensio was his lack of assists. We've got Callum Wilson there, who's an unbelievable finisher when he's fit. Obviously he's not fit, unfortunately, a lot of the time. Even Ekitike, when he comes in as well, if he's playing ahead of Wilson, if Wilson's inevitably injured like he normally gets, is he going to be happy with a winger who doesn't want to pass the ball, wants to cut inside and shoot all the time? Will he fit into Eddie Howe's style of play if we were interested in him? It all remains to be seen, but he is a top player. And there's no doubt in my mind that, if Newcastle United are in for him, it shows ambition. And I really hope we are in for him, and I really hope we put a bid in for him. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below about Asensio. Would you be happy with it? Or do you think he's a bit of a flash show pony that we could do without and he wouldn't fit into the Eddie Howe system? But we'd love to hear what you guys have to think about it. Drop us a comment. We always do our best to obviously come back and reply to you. And if you could like and subscribe, as I mentioned at the start, we're looking to push on to that 1,100 subscriber mark. So we'd love you to get us there. The route to 2,000 is on, as Mark says. So please click that button, hit that bell as well, so you don't miss any of the content, any of the videos. But until then, this is Chris signing off with another Rumour Has It video. We'll be back with some more transfer banter soon. Have a good one. Cheers.